More than 3,000 feet above sea level in the North Carolina mountains is Kidd Brewer Stadium. The Rock, home to the Appalachian State Mountaineers, and Boone is ready for this one. Today, a clash that carries bragging rights within the confines of the state of North Carolina, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Mountaineers will get us started with the opening kickoff.
Oh.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Duke's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. And he will roll in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
Taking a shot on the first play. Picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Line gets set, first down. Wide out in motion. Give to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to get
Oh,
to
no.
it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quarterback keeper. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Fourth down and short. You want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He leaves it with his back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. And the Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
What's that?
The Blue Devils will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
Looking for a deep man. It's complete. A huge pickup. Running toward the tape. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all away. Touchdown, App State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got him downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
They move the tight end all over. They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The give on the inside. Just ran him over. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year, we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Mountaineers are on the move. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. Just trucks through it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Appalachian State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
He'll pull it down and run. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Cantrell. Feeling some heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The sure hands, it's Ferguson. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Finds his big tight end. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Duke.
It's in the middle.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck.
Yeah, that stuck game punchback.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice.
A shot toward the end zone.
Good.
And it's caught. Touchdown, App State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the move from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Boone when that town is buzzing as it is today. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
The Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own
Come the fuck on, man.
To create that broken field as he stopped.
Ah, bullshit, brother.
The Appalachian State offense
One
returns
fucking
to the
dude,
field.
man.
This offense has really been clicking in the
Fuck
game
that
so far,
dog.
Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got to...
There's a live football. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Cruz. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Just steamrolling his way through. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Nice move, creates some space. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Mountaineers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
Yeah.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close.
Touchdown, Appalachian State. And the beatdown has ensued. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Unloads it left.
I was too short. Oh,
and they'll
man.
spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Cantrell. Finds his tight end. The Blue Devils have enough for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Handoff from the gun. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. This offense has a second down play. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Line getting set on second down. They'll run play action. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the fourth quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Really nice run there. Good.
That's not too good to throw away and get a chicken.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And the offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to... Team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the punishment has been extended. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the extra point was good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. He's looking
I wish
to
I could
throw.
fall asleep like a dog.
He looks that one in nicely. They bring him down, but a solid
There is
pickup
no way.
to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the
Close
coverage
your
has
eyes and
been
they are
so tight.
asleep.
And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. He's looking to throw it. Lofts one
Daddy.
high and deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to the standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop it. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical.
Beat down.